What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Justin here. In today's video we're going to talk about the reef tank and what has happened in the last year. You know, I noticed I was making reef tank videos, they were doing pretty well here on YouTube, and I got a lot of comments that were some good, some bad. A lot of them were very needed for me as a new reefer. I still am a big amateur. I just was going too fast. I decided, well, let me not make videos for a while and just let the tank play out, get over all the beginner tank mistakes, and have learned a lot. I still don't feel like I'm in a great, amazing position to be, I guess, a educator here on YouTube about my tank, but I can kind of walk through some of the problems and solutions that I've come up with, and just kind of the overall design. I've done a lot of things to the tank since then. I've gotten new lights, which is, that's a big deal in the reefing community. I'm trying to figure that out. They've only been in for about a week now. So I used to have these big old bad boys in there, the cheap Amazon black box lights, and they worked great. I have nothing but good to say about them for the price. It kept a lot of corals alive, and the rest of the corals, I don't think I definitely can't blame on the lights for them dying. It was water chemistry or something else. But these lights worked great. But what I started to notice was that, you know, the tuning on these lights, you had a white channel and a blue channel, and that's it. And after a while, the white channel would only come on if it was cranked up really high. I don't know if it was just something in the switch that had burned out or something, but the white channel had to be really bright. Hence why I have tape over the white LEDs, because, you know, I didn't want a super white tank that promotes algae growth, which kind of happened over time with the white lights having to be so bright. I could look at one blue LED versus another and see that they were starting to burn out. I've had these lights for over a year and a half now. They're not very expensive, so, you know, I know LEDs degrade over time, and it was just time to get some new ones. So since I have a lot of money invested in corals and whatnot, I decided to kind of invest in some good lights. So I guess that's the first thing we're going to cover today, is what lights I put into the tank. I've got some new corals, I've got some new fish actually acclimating in the sump, and then I kind of want to go over just a little bit of aesthetic design in here that I'm working on. I want to make this room look a lot better. It's where I edit all my videos and such. And right now it's just a mess, and it's just like the fish tank is here, but it doesn't have an overall theme. But yeah, let's go over the lights real quick, guys. So, oh wait, let me zoom in a little bit. Let me zoom in a bit. It should be good about right there. All right, here we go. So I still need to work on the lid. Actually, let me zoom back out. I need to work on the lid a little bit. I used to have the gas struts on there, but like I mentioned in the very last video, which was a year ago, so if you didn't ever see that, that's understood, but the gas struts were just way too much on the little frame that I built here. They were very, very strong struts. I used to have these black box lights mounted to this right here on a hinge system. So you had these big, bulky, heavy lights mounted to the top, and it was just heavy. Now you can see, actually, let's go off tripod. So now you can see that I took some aluminum and I mounted these XR15 Radeon blues, which are super nice lights. And these are my Home Depot version of how to get my height, like 8 inches. I think right now I'm at 9, and I could even go up to about 10 inches. So this just gives me some play on my light height a little bit. So that's just a little quick hack, nothing crazy. But so I actually added in this little feature, which I need to come up with something better than this screw. But I actually feed the fish through this door now, to where I leave the lid down most of the time. So also I bought these little strip lights. I bought them used from my local fish store. Like I said, I've only had the lights for about a week now. So I haven't really got the full effect to see how they're gonna, you know, grow the corals or react to the corals. None of the corals have looked noticeably worse because of the lights, you know, like with bleaching. I'm trying to start them out dim and then work them up as high as I can unless I start seeing some bleaching. Next, we're gonna take you where the magic happens. We're gonna go down here and show you the new sump. Yeah, it's a whole new sump from the last video, which is kind of cool. Let me turn on all the lights. Got my little switch there to turn on the lights. So right now I have 2 new fish acclimating. I just bought them like an hour ago, so we're working with that. So basically it's just a 40-gallon. If I can do it myself and save some money, I'm obviously a very practical minded guy. Now I know this isn't like the coolest looking sump. Maybe one day I'll get a really nice sump. Let's bring you in a little bit. All right, as you can see, I added an automatic filter roller, which I have really enjoyed. I think one of the worst things to me about maintaining the reef tank was changing filter socks. Now I know a lot of y'all that have been in the hobby forever before these things came out are probably like, what a little wimp or whatever, you know, you're judging me right now, but I promise you, this is saving me a lot of time and effort. You just buy these little toilet paper looking rolls, and they last about a month. So I change the rollout every month, and that's on a 125-gallon tank. And this is actually the smaller system that KRMC makes for these automatic filter rollers. So super cool. The sump is basically just a 40-gallon tank with a sump baffle kit that you can buy off of eBay from Fiji Q. It's a really nice little do-it-yourself system to get a pretty nice functioning sump in here, and you just have to kind of know how to work silicone, a tube of silicone, and that's about it. That's the only thing you really need. Yeah, other than that, I got a reactor in here. Protein skimmer still back there behind the filter roller, going strong. A refugium right here right now. These 2 fish are on top of it, on top of the ball of Kato, but I have a nice like fluval. Actually, it's a freshwater planted tank light, so it's made to grow plants, which Kato or Chato or however y'all say it everywhere across the world is right underneath it in the light. I have the light off right now, which because I'm acclimating these fish, but yeah, that's new. I guess the sump is the filter roller. Definitely recommend them. Has made my life a lot easier. I'm one of those, like, I want to enjoy the tank. I want to like test the water parameters, and that's about it. You know, I don't want to. I want to automate as many things as I can to where I can, you know, obviously just do the parts of the hobby that we kind of enjoy, which is like problem solving. I don't want to do just the monotonous, oh, gotta change, it's Monday, gotta change the filter sock, you know, gotta go rinse it out. So I've enjoyed this thing. It's probably the best bang for your buck. These are expensive, but to me it paid itself off the first month of not having to clean out filter socks. So yeah, definitely recommend that. But back up to the tank, I'll talk about some of the corals and stuff that I've done well and some that I haven't done very well with. So as of now, I'm kind of ruling out trying to run SPS until I get a lot more dedicated to the tank. I really enjoy, you know, the tank, but I don't know if I'm to that level yet. As you can see, there's a lot of algae in here right now, which is partially why I bought the 2 fish that I bought today. Those are kind of a surprise. You know, I keep saying the 2 fish, and I hate that. It's probably teasing some of y'all, but there's some nice fish. I'm gonna drop them in here in a second. It's about time to acclimate the new fish. So I will go ahead and spoil that one of them is a tang, and as you can see, he is a close relative to the yellow tang. I've had one before, unfortunately, and y'all saw him on my channel, but as you can see, I lost him to ick, and I talked about that in my last reef tank video. So I finally, after a year, decided to get another purple tang. So he's in the bag down there, and he will be getting acclimated. Shout out to my boy Greg at the fish store because I was like, man, how do I acclimate them? He's like, you have a fish trap, don't you? You know, I have one of those little acrylic fish traps. He's like, throw them in the fish trap for a while, see if the yellow tang gets pissed off and like tries to attack him through the glass, and hopefully he doesn't. If he does, you're gonna have to, you know, wait till lights out and kind of let them see each other through the glass for a while, and hopefully that'll be the best way to integrate them. Hopefully we don't have any problems we're about to see here soon with the yellow tang and the purple tang. The other fish is a fox face. If you don't know what that is, you'll see it in the video real soon. It's a really nice algae eating fish. I'm going to get in here. I'm going to pull off a lot of this hair algae because tangs will not eat like the long stringy parts. They just want like kind of the base, the kind of roots, I'd say, of the algae. So you have to put in the initial work, but they'll keep it from kind of coming back. So yeah, this right here, it's got to go. It's gotten bad. Let's pull the fish out and get them into the tank, well, into the trap in the tank. This is very simple, I know, but this is how I like to add my fish. I like to put this little clip right here. I like to have my jar or container, grab the bag, and take out the second bag, or the safety bag for leaking. It usually just gets in the way. They're in the way. Pick the fish. This is the fox face, by the way. And slowly just dump them right there into the net. Try to get all of that LFS, local fish store water, out. Now this fox face looks really weird because he's stressed out. He does not look like he will at all. Oh, whatever that noise was, it didn't sound good. So we're gonna get him into the tank. You gotta watch for their barbs. So yeah, just be mindful for that. Their barbs will get you, and they're supposedly pretty poisonous. So probably shouldn't do what I just did with my hand. But as y'all may know, if you see any of the other videos on the channel, I do a lot of fishing. Therefore, a lot of fish have barbs like that on their back, and it's not that hard to not get stuck by them. So just to be safe, don't do what I just did. He's acclimating. See how he does. All right, so here goes the purple tank. Oh yeah, he's purpled up. He was distressed during the car ride. He was looking white. Go ahead, get him in the net. Go ahead, everybody. Oh, I hate when they do that. There you go. There we go. All right. So how I've done this is got the net, got the trap sitting right here. I'm gonna ease him down into the water. It's in the trap. I think he got his oh Lord, rookie move. Tangs and nets don't go hand in hand. He got his little, so tangs have that thing on their back fin that can let them lodge into rocks. It's like a little barb, so to say. But yeah, he's right there chilling. We're gonna ease him over. I gotta put the trap door in. That's the most important part. He can't, oh crap. Well, I can do it when I get it right here, I think. I didn't think this through. I'll put the trap door in. Is it in? No, not completely. We will let him chill for a little bit. I probably need to dim down the lights, being though he can't go hide under a rock. And he looks pretty stressed. He looks pretty stressed out. So we'll dim the lights. Another cool thing about the these lights is it comes with a nice app compared to my other lights, which were just those two physical knobs and the timer, you know, just a cheap electrical timer. You got a really sophisticated app. So I'm going to go into my devices, lighting. Actually, for now, I'm just going to go kind of do a live demo. This seems like, yeah, and so I can, boom, tune down the lights really nice. So I'm not going to leave it this way for too long. I did buy one coral. I didn't even tell y'all about that. I have a coral to put in today. Next we have some Revive coral dip. We're going to dip this coral real quick. I only need 2 capfuls. I only got about half a gallon. Grab the coral. This is plating Monty. I don't love these little bags because they get hung up in there. I just feel like it's tough on the coral. It says leave the coral in there for about 15 minutes or 5 to 15 minutes, which is kind of a wide range, but I don't usually leave it over 5. I don't see anything that came off of it. There we go. About as good as you can ask for. I already got my glue ready. Let me get my canopy up. I already know where I want to put it. Well, there's 2 spots. It was either here or there, and I'm thinking right here. Whoo! That thing's popping. Look at it. Looks good. Hope that thing does well. I decided to feed the fish to give a little bit of a delayed introduction to the purple tang. I've fed a lot to where the yellow tang, you see him, he's real busy. Want to keep him busy. Fox face is eating already. That's good. See the fox face down here? He's already eating. Just put him in. Purple tang might not. He's probably a little skittish. As we let the fish acclimate, I'm watching them, but I need to do something about this. This is a cheap little rug that I bought. Walmart. It's got a lot of stains on it now from spilling coral dip and sodas and I don't know what else, but it's nasty. We bought a new one. Also, I spilled a lot of water right here, obviously dripping off my arms and stuff, so I wanted the new rug to come all the way like over to the tank. And we bought one, so I'm about to install it. Alright, so here's what I did about the alveopora getting messed with. I took this little Tupperware thing that I had gotten something in. I washed it out really good, drilled a bunch of holes in it to where it could get some flow in there. Probably needed more holes, to be honest, or bigger holes. But it should be getting a little bit of flow through there. Alright guys, well it's the next day and I'm absolutely just enjoying the new rug and it's not much of a difference, it's just a new rug, but I'm loving the new setup. It just makes it all tie together in here in the studio. So I'm actually about to end this video. I know I've covered a lot on the tank and we'll get back into it in the next video. I'm actually about to head to the fish store now and pick up some freshwater fish to put into the saltwater tank. I know that sounds weird, but it can be done, and they're great algae eaters. So stay tuned for that. That's the next video's topic, guys. I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.